Hello, and thank you for watching this video on sexual harassment. This video, while hopefully funny and entertaining, discusses a very serious topic for our business. Acts of sexual harassment occur every day in businesses across the country. In this country, not only is it illegal to sexually harass a person, it's disrespectful. It's up to us to create and support an environment where we can identify, report, minimize, and eliminate sexual harassment to ensure that every one of our guests, customers, and employees are free from sex discrimination. By the end of this video, you'll have a definition and understanding of sexual harassment, be exposed to 5 common types of sexual harassment in the workplace, and will receive the basic do's and don'ts to eliminate sexual harassment from the workplace. With that, let's get this video underway. So what is sexual harassment? Sexual harassment is the intimidation, bullying, or coercion of a sexual nature or the unwelcome or inappropriate promise of rewards in exchange for sexual favors. Sexual harassment encompasses a range of behaviors from mild to severe. It can include acts of annoyance, bullying, coercion, and even sexual assault. Sexual harassment comes in all forms as well. It can be verbal or written, physical, nonverbal, or visual. It can be done by anyone, even you. Sexual harassment can occur between a man and a woman, 2 women, or 2 men, and it can occur between you and your boss, between coworkers, and between you and strangers, which would include guests and customers. Let's see some specific examples of what sexual harassment might look like at the water park. But first, let's meet the characters.
Hey Barbie, you're looking sassy today.
Thank you. What chair do you want me to start at today?
If you help me put this sunscreen on, you don't have to start until the next hour rotation. What do you think about that?
I don't know.
Well, what would you think about grabbing a drink or 2 tonight then?
Well, I'm not sure what Ken would think about that.
Oh, come on Barbie. If you come with me, I may just make you head guard and even give you the next weekend off. I promise you a good time.
Never mind, I have to go ahead and start my shift now.
This was an example of a power player. This harasser is an authority figure that insists on sexual favors in exchange for benefits they can provide because of their position, such as avoiding less desirable shift time, promotions, and pay raises.
Hey Myrtle, do you have a minute to talk?
Yeah, I have 5 minutes of my break left. What's up?
I'm having relationship problems with my wife, and I was wondering if you could help.
Sure, I guess.
My wife and I just don't seem to be getting along lately. We never have sex anymore. Have you ever had that problem with your boyfriend?
Not that I can think of.
Oh, come on. I'll tell you a little bit, you tell me a little bit. Like last night, I really wanted to sleep with her, and she just wouldn't. Should I start seeing other people? I'm positive you would never do this to your boyfriend.
I think my break's almost up. I better get going.
Oh, come on. Are you going to help me out or what?
This was an example of a confidant. A confidant may share personal life experiences and difficulties with subordinates as if they were equals or friends. They use this to take their relationship from a professional level to an intimate level.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, nothing much. Just skimming the pool.
Here, let me help you with that.
Thinking about what you have done to me. The damage is much deeper than you'll ever see. Hit me like a hammer to my head.
Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, nothing much. Just skimming the pool.
Here, let me help you with that.
Why did you do that thing to me?
Hey, what's going on?
I'm working on my diving technique.
Here, let me show you proper form.
This was an example of an opportunist. An opportunist takes advantage of their physical environment as opportunities to engage in unwanted sexual behavior while making the behavior seem accidental.
Hey Doreen, you want to go eat lunch? Okay. And there's this new Ashton Kutcher movie that came out yesterday. Let's go see it. Can I pick you up around 7? I have plans tonight with some of my friends. Maybe next time. Oh, okay. How about tomorrow evening? I have plans for tomorrow evening as well. What about Saturday or Sunday? I'm really flattered, but I'd like to keep our relationship professional and would like to keep my private time for my own use. What do you mean? I think we'd be great together. I totally feel the chemistry between you and me. I'm not. What's the matter? How can we talk about it? How about we talk about it later with food and wine at my apartment? Maybe we can talk about moving our relationship to the next level. I really don't think you're hearing what I'm saying. I need to get back to work. Okay, I'll stop by later.
Hey, Doreen, so how about it? You, me, the Ashton Kutcher movie? Hey, Doreen, you missed a really great movie. I went with some other chick, but it just wasn't the same. How about a basketball game or something? I don't think so. Just leave me alone.
This was an example of a pest. A pest won't take no for an answer and is persistent despite rejections. Often, the person doesn't mean to be malicious but comes across as annoying.
1, 2.
Hey, what you doing?
Getting my swole on.
Well, it looks like it's just us here.
Yeah, kinda does. Did you just touch my butt?
Hey, how are you?
Hey Doreen, I'm alright, how are you?
Good. You know, it looks like we're all alone again.
Yeah, about last week, whoa! Hey, I wanted to talk to you about something that Doreen has been doing. I know it's gonna sound crazy, but I need to talk to you as a manager. She keeps touching me when it's just us at the pool. She just comes up to me and grabs me, and then runs away, and I don't know what to do to get her to stop.
Doreen, are you sure? She's the employee of the month. I find this kind of hard to believe. She's one of our best workers. And aren't you guys dating or something?
Really, I'm telling the truth. And we aren't dating or anything like that. I have a girlfriend and she's gonna get mad if this keeps happening with Doreen.
I don't know. Did anyone else see this happen? I need a witness here because this is really not making sense to me. Why don't you think about what you're saying and come talk to me tomorrow?
This was an example of a serial harasser. This is a person no one believes would harass others because he or she is a respected high performer and is liked by others. He or she only harasses in private where there are no witnesses.
We hope these videos illustrate what sexual harassment might look like in the workplace. Although we tried to make the harassment in these videos obvious, harassment in real life is not always so clear. Therefore, ask yourself these questions if you're unsure if the behavior you've encountered is sexual harassment. Is this verbal or physical behavior of a sexual nature? Is this conduct offensive to persons who witness it? Is this behavior being initiated by only one of the parties who has power over the other? Does the employee have to tolerate that type of conduct in order to keep his or her job? Does the conduct make the employee's job unpleasant? If you answered yes to any of these questions, You've likely encountered sexual harassment. When you encounter sexual harassment, always remember the following do's and don'ts.
Do remember that the park has an open door policy in effect 100% of the time, and that you can always report sexual harassment to your manager, supervisor, or the human resources manager. If you feel comfortable doing so, you can also tell the offender what you find offensive and that his or her behavior bothers you. You can also tell the person what behaviors you do or don't want to happen.
As for don'ts, don't ever blame yourself for someone else's behavior, and don't ignore that the behavior happened. Also, don't confront the behavior directly if you do not feel comfortable doing so, but be sure to report it as soon as it's safe to do so. You will never be blamed or retaliated against for reporting sexual harassment in the workplace. That concludes our video. Thanks for joining us.